Welcome back to the Listen Up podcast, where we analyze a new album each week. I'm Jamie, and this week we've got me, Nick,
yo,
and Jordan. This week we're going to be taking a look at Women in Music Part 3 by Heim, released in 2020, and it was picked by Nick. Nick, why did you choose this album?
I've loved Heim for a long time. Oh, that rhymed. Even rhymed.
Wait, that rhymed too.
Oh my god!
I was hearing that.
Oh my god!
It's all rhyming.
But I have enjoyed their music for quite some time. I think I really got into them when their second album. It wasn't right when it came out, but I kind of honestly I couldn't even tell you how I found it. They're just kind of one of those bands that I listened to in early college and high school that I enjoyed, and then they took a little bit of time off, and then they came out with another album. Like, I think their last album before this one came out in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So
was that?
And
3 3 years?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they were gonna come out with Women in Music Part 3 like earlier in the year, and then COVID happened, and they were like, oh, we're gonna push it back, and then they were like, we're just gonna release it in the summer, like, we know everyone wants to hear it, who cares? So
Gotcha.
because they pushed it back.
This isn't the summer though.
Yeah,
Did you say they were going to release it?
Yeah, they were going to release it like last April, I think, and then they postponed.
And then it got
postponed
delayed.
it.
Yeah,
and they said that they were going to like wait until they could tour off of it, and then they decided not to do that, and they released it in like June or July. I can't remember which one.
Wait, this says on Spotify. Sorry, the reason I messed up is because this says it released February 19th, 2021.
Is
that because of the bonus songs?
Yeah, that's because they keep.
Oh,
doing
okay.
weird things
That's
with the
why I was
bonus tracks on
confused.
it.
Sorry, that's why I was confused, Nick. I thought.
Yeah, that's when the Thundercat remix and Taylor Swift version of Gasoline came out.
Which I never found those.
Sorry,
versions.
that's what I was like. I don't think February's the summer.
No,
And it hasn't been summer yet, and they released
Contrary
it.
to popular belief. I almost did this as like my second or third podcast pick ever.
I guess it would have released around the time.
Yeah, but I waited until now to actually do it.
Bro, that's crazy. We started this in June.
That is kind of crazy.
The product of a...
Pretty much I've done it every week. Like maybe 1 week, I think. Or maybe 1 or 2.
We've released an episode every week. There was 1 week that we didn't meet, but we recorded 2 episodes.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yes, we did that.
Look at us. Look at us.
Here. Look at us. Huh? Look at us.
Crazy.
Look at us.
We're pod fiends. we're fiends of the podcast airwaves, just going insane. Fitz crazy.
Fiends.
The audience just can't see it.
They're blind to it in every way.
Jordan, you drinking that pho broth right now?
Bro, pho is so fucking good, bro.
Dude, I still have not had pho.
Jamie, I was talking about Nick this before. We need to go before the podcast, or just like go sometime. It's like I was like, hey, isn't it funny how we like can hang out like not on Tuesday night? But I know we have before. I know we have.
We should go sometime, but we can't go before on Tuesdays. We can't go before the podcast because I have to work.
Okay, that makes sense.
Jordan and I can go and we can tell you about it.
Okay, yeah. You guys go FaceTime or Snap FaceTime.
Hey Jamie, this was really good. You should try it sometime.
Man, this
by yourself.
This wet slice of pork is so good.
You had to be
Oh.
there.
And pho does look really good.
But anyways,
So, Nick, obviously you're familiar with Heim. Jordan,
course.
did you have any familiarity with this?
I don't think so. I feel like I've heard. Oh, you got. Wait, did that come in the vinyl or?
Yeah, I have a signed postcard by the Heim sisters.
Jesus.
I'm an authentic fan.
I feel like okay. I don't think I know them from anywhere. But did the song "The Steps" get really popular?
It was one of the biggest songs off of this new album. They just played it at the Grammys like Sunday.
I feel like I heard about it, or no, I feel like it has to either be from. I feel like it has to be from TikTok if I heard the song anywhere. Did it blow up on TikTok or no?
I don't think I've heard it on TikTok.
Is the beat like sampled or something from something? It sounds familiar. It sounds really familiar. Maybe it's not, but
I don't know. I know for me, like the whole thing was fresh. I hadn't heard any
Fresh
of it.
listen.
yeah, pretty.
Except
I mean, yeah,
there was
it was
one part, and I never wrote it down, and I don't know why I didn't. But there's one thing that sounds like a sample of an iconic song, and I can't remember where it was. It was towards like the end or the middle of a random track, and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck? I've heard that," and then it was gone every time. It was always fleeting. No
Deja
idea.
vu.
Maybe I'll find it sometime.
Musical deja vu.
I don't know.
yeah, I think I'm just
I don't.
trolling. Also, I can't think of anything.
Jordan's lying.
Accidentally trolling.
Or
Jordan's
intentionally trolling.
Jordan's trolling his own podcast right now.
Hey guys, wouldn't it be funny if I just deleted my audio after this and you guys wouldn't even be able to hear this right now because I don't send it to Jamie afterwards?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be so funny. Dude.
Or if your computer decided to do that like it has before.
One time.
Be
Oh yeah,
crazy.
that was one time. At least my audio is not horrible every time like Nick's is.
Oh,
Okay, that was just last.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
hey. Oh,
I've had my blue microphone plugged in like all day today, so that whenever I open Audacity, it would register.
That has been a nice thing that I didn't even think about having a desktop now, because I just leave it plugged in. I just move it behind my monitor instead of having to unplug it every time, so it just stays there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's like how it should be. You know, it's crazy.
I love it.
Who knew that laptops were the worst way to do things?
Okay, laptops sometimes are
They're decently good.
I know people like editing on like MacBooks a lot, like especially like music and stuff, and maybe some files. But I've just heard like it's like a fun. They're also a lot more powerful. Well, not like power. They're just made to do that a lot more.
Right.
I feel like maybe not a lot more, but like you can. Obviously, you can't game on. Gaming laptops should be destroyed in fires.
Yeah, that's crazy. Buying a 17-inch ROG laptop, to me, that's like crazy.
Except actually, I feel like maybe I don't know what the cost is, but maybe it's
No,
like
it's like $1,500.
It's 50. Okay,
It's you could build a desktop for one of those laptops.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say maybe for people who like don't have as much money, there's like a good budget, but I think you can even build budget gaming PCs as well.
Yeah, you could probably do better to build a
PC,
budget gaming PC than to buy a budget gaming laptop. Because like thermals are so complicated, like it's gonna be throttled no matter what. Unless then you have a laptop that's like 4 inches thick for the heating vents, and then it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Bro,
It's completely
my
defeats
laptop's
the
4
purpose.
inches thick, and it just looks like a plastic brick.
It looks like a child's toy. It looks like a child safety proofed laptop.
Yeah, Lenovo, step your ThinkPad aesthetics up.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, you're just gonna use these for businesses. Who gives a fuck if it looks like a child's Barbie laptop? It's like if you took one of those.
That's
if
a
you took
great
one of the
description,
plastic
honestly.
wall outlet things, like the plastic wall outlet covers, and turn that into a laptop. That's what it is.
I completely
Come on,
agree.
Lenovo.
Do better.
But
So
yeah.
Jordan, not really knowing about the album, what did you think about it?
I actually really liked her voice. Los Angeles, I think, is such a good song to start off with because that was
Hell
like
yeah.
one of my favorites too. And like
Gotcha.
immediately, I was like, "Yo, it's kind of bumping right here." Obviously, I had some ups and downs throughout the album, but as far as it goes, I kind of liked it. I listened to it again while I was actually eating my pho tonight alone, and I was still just like kind of enjoying myself. Like I was just like, this is really good music just to, like listen to and like.
Why did you just mention to us that you were listening to it? You were eating it alone.
Well, because like I was like, why would I be listening to music like with someone? Like if I said I went out to dinner, like I went out to dinner.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
You know
guess.
what?
Okay, yeah. I guess if you went out to dinner, then it would be a weird thing to do.
If I just like listen to music, actually, I guess it doesn't matter.
Cause like it like if when I eat dinner here, like with Vic, we have like the speaker playing music normally.
Yes, but I don't have a fiance, so or friends. So no, I'm just kidding.
Next time I go on a
But-
date, I'm gonna bring a book, and I'm just gonna open it at the table and start reading.
Just fucking say, hey, tell me whenever you're done with your food, and then just put your AirPods in.
Not even if
whatever.
it's like a first or second date. Make it like a third or a fourth date. Just completely out of the blue. You
Just start watching Twitch in front of
pull up a stream.
Just start watching YouTube videos. Start watching Among Us YouTube videos and just watch her die inside.
That's despicable. Oh my
You start
God.
talking, you go, wait. I gotta find out who the imposter is.
I gotta find out who sus.
Oh my God,
Among
that's
Us.
sus.
No. As far as the album goes, Jamie and Nick, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed their voices.
That's fine. I don't.
Three of them, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Three sisters.
do all three of them rotate singing, or is it just two of them? Or is it just one? Because I swear I thought it was two.
Yeah, Danielle is kind of like the primary vocalist, I'd say. But-
There's a guitarist, a bassist, and a drummer. Who is who? Este's
Well-
the bassist. I know that from the Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, Este's the bassist. Danielle drums and plays guitar, and Alana plays more guitar than she does some percussion stuff. I'd say Danielle kind of switches between drums and guitar. Like, I wouldn't classify her as like rhythm or lead versus Alana, but
Little
and, like,
Dave
in a lot of
Grohl
their-
action.
yeah, in a lot of their live performances, Danielle plays drums, but she also switches to like. There's one of the reasons I did actually check them out more was because they had this like 15-minute extended like short film music video thing where they just play 3 songs back to back, and it was directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, who is like probably my favorite director ever. If he's not my favorite director, he's definitely like top 3. And I was like, oh, he's working with them. Like, I think I was like looking at his IMDb credits one day, and I was like, Haim music video, and
Yeah.
And then I checked that out, and that's really cool. And Danielle switches between drums and guitar on like the last song on that for sure. And like I watched an SNL performance that they did a couple years ago. I watched that earlier today, and Danielle just plays guitar in that. But in most of like their late night performances that they played on for this album, she played a lot of drums. Like, they're all pretty multi-instrumental. Esty plays a lot of bass, but I think I've seen her play guitar too.
That honestly makes more of a logical transition to me than going from like guitar to drums. I mean, you still play guitar and bass differently, but like they're pretty close to the same tunings.
I mean, everything's just notes, right?
I mean, in every
Fair
single
enough.
instrument, everything is a note. A drum hit is a drum note.
That's true.
I just wish
I
I
hadn't
could
thought about that.
strike my guitar like I could on a drum.
I didn't know that tuning drums was like a thing. and I read a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
About
The
it
drum
other
heads.
day.
Well, because everything is a frequency.
Yeah.
But yeah. Drum heads. You take your tuning key and you like tighten it to a certain. You tap it, get a little frequency.
Oh.
You know, you
I don't
tune
think I knew
your
that
snare
either.
heads and basses and all that stuff. It's weird. And like if you think about it, like doorbells, I think are normally like a middle C. Like those are musical notes too, like doorbells and ringtones and all that shit. It's crazy.
You
if
say
think about
doorbells?
it. Yeah, like when you go. Ding, ding. That's normally like a. Ding, ding. I
You
guess
can tune
maybe
your-
like
are you saying you
jumps
can
up to an
tune your
E down to a
doorbell?
C.
You can't tune it, but that's like the note that
You
it
just
comes
buy
in.
it, but it plays a tone, and that tone is a musical note
Oh, okay, I got you.
because it's all sine waves.
What did you say after a doorbell? You said a doorbell or something else?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I was going to comment on it, but I forgot.
I literally
Both forgot.
I have no idea.
I'll listen to this podcast, and then I'll comment on it next week.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if this album just didn't catch me in the right mood all week, but I haven't really like listening to it. I just haven't felt like I get it, which is a weird.
Aw.
I don't know. Like, and this, I feel like this isn't typically a genre I wouldn't enjoy, but I just at no point I haven't had it really like click for me. I don't know. So it's interesting. I feel like we're swapping sides here, Jordan.
Yeah.
Crazy.
There's definitely certain songs that I like more than other songs on the album, but I really don't skip anything when I listen to it, especially since I have
Wow.
a vinyl. Like that makes sense. But
Kayla,
like,
I
go ahead.
I was just saying, I put this on The Office, and Kayla was like, "I love this album."
Did she recognized it, or did she
yeah, immediately,
listen to
like
it?
as soon as I started playing it, she was like, "I love this album." She says it's one of her favorite to like drive around to.
Oh, Kayla said that?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Get Zach.
I mean, they do
on
have
the
7.5. They do have 7.5 million listeners, so I'm not like, like, what? Somebody else knows about this?
Yeah,
band?
I feel like they're more
7.5 million
popular
listeners?
than I realized. Because like Nick's the only big fan, or I thought that I really knew. But like, they also have millions of monthly listeners, and that's only on one platform.
Yeah, it's so funny too because I'm like being in the rap community. I don't know why I said that. As soon as I said that, I'm like, that seems being. I don't know, just the way I don't like the way I worded that. Sorry,
You say
someone who listens to
when you
rap.
talk about the rap game. we rap lovers.
No, you are in the rap
listens to
community.
rap
That is
music.
fair. Like that's an accurate statement.
No, I know, but just for some reason, like
I felt
me
too head
thinking
ass
about
saying
it.
it like that.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just doesn't sit well.
When we, the Carolina Panthers, go out on the football field every Sunday.
But as someone who listens to rap, sometimes I'm like, I listen to like, I see how many people like this man. I was like, oh wow, it's probably some more unknown band, and then I'm like, oh, 7 million people listen to them. Even though I don't listen to them, somebody's listening to it, and a lot more people are listening to it than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sorry, I just want to make like a bit like it's like when you don't listen to sorry, when you don't listen to a certain genre, you're always like, is this even popular? And then
Right, and then it's
you
like,
look how
oh.
many, you're like, oh, they are popular.
Like when I made the offhand comment that Jack Harlow seems like a children's rapper to me, and you guys were like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about?"
Dude, he's funny too. Have you ever seen some of the interviews he does?
Nah,
No.
I haven't.
You've never seen any of the?
No, but I do like seeing Lil Uzi outside of that school bus or whatever. That seems like a lost kid.
This like my third day. This is only like my third day out here.
That video is so.
Well,
funny.
Uzi's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, so you really like Los Angeles, and it's a decent track. But am I crazy, or does it feel like I'm listening to Sublime?
What?
Ska?
I don't know what.
Yeah, it feels a little. Is Sublime a ska band?
I think so.
Something
It's
outside
like
your window?
it's like reggae rock, right? Isn't that what ska is?
But I mean, yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Jamie, I feel like you'd like this stuff. I don't know why.
Is Sublime a ska?
I think Jamie's confused.
Her voice
too.
is just
That's
so.
a thought for later.
Her voice just kind of like carries me throughout the song, like on Los Angeles. I kind of like float on her voice, if that makes sense. Like her voice.
Yeah,
is just
like I said, I think I think this week it just caught me in the
Angeles.
wrong mood. I don't know.
I can't replicate it perfectly, but
In their
Los Angeles, give me a miracle, I just want out from this. I've done my share of helping with your defense, but now I can't dismiss.
in their first album, they got a lot of comparisons to Fleetwood Mac, and
okay.
like Danielle's voice got kind of compared to Stevie Nicks in a way, and they did a Fleetwood Mac.
Bro, I gotta listen to that first album then. I love Stevie.
Honestly,
Nicks' voice.
it's not super similar to, like, it's kind of similar in the sense that it's like rock music that's not super gritty, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
if that
I
makes
would
sense.
say like a lot of this album it felt more like a soft rock, pop rocky kind of, with other stuff thrown into it.
yeah, but but the steps is like super energetic, and they get some anger in there, and I really enjoy that one. And
Okay.
like that and I'm trying to think if there's any other songs like that from their earlier albums, like that they cover a Fleetwood Mac song. I don't know if they still do at concerts, but in some of their earlier concerts they would cover a Fleetwood Mac song called Oh Well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't one that was sung by Stevie Nicks. I think it was sung by Peter Green in the band, maybe.
Is it called Oh Well, I think, or Oh Well?
Oh, it's
You
just called
Think?
Oh Well.
I'm just kidding. Sorry, I just wanted to be stupid. I'm pretty sure I got that, but then I was like, maybe it's actually called. But then, yeah. Anyway,
Fucking god.
But yeah, they jam like crazy in that song. I watched a live performance of it earlier.
Yeah, they seem like a band that I think I would like a lot more live.
what? Fleetwood Mac or oh no,
Heim.
Heim. Sorry.
I feel like I would
Read
like,
everything else.
even with this album, it's like how I wouldn't watch baseball, but I would enjoy a baseball game.
Yeah, you know what? That's how a lot of people say. That's what a lot of people say.
Oh yeah, you
Baseball's
played
pretty
baseball,
fun to
didn't
play
you?
too. In case the audience didn't know, I'm a former baseball player,
Former varsity high school baseball player.
JV and varsity.
Oh, both sides of the coin. Well,
Uh-huh.
heads tails action.
Yeah, it got me so many chicks, and I can't even.
Didn't you date
It was
one
one, but-
girl for?
Actually dated 2 girls
Okay.
in high school. Yeah,
Okay.
so. I left that life behind me now, but yeah, no, Jamie, I just thought you'd really. I thought you at least like Los Angeles. Los Angeles is just a good song. Like,
I know. I don't know, man.
Los Angeles.
It's so weird. Like the first listen I heard, maybe it was just like the first listen caught me wrong, but like as soon as it started, I was like, "Oh no."
He
said, "Oh no."
I remember the first time I started the album and started Los Angeles, I was like shocked that it starts off with that, like, I think it's a saxophone, just the brass. I was like, what?
Mhm.
Like, this doesn't sound like their last album at all. And they definitely
I
do
gotta
make
check
some-
out their other albums.
Yeah, they make some more experimental jumps on this album, and I feel like there's
Yes.
there's change in a lot of like arrangements in the songs. Like they'll go more acoustic with like "Leaning on You" and "Man from the Magazine," but then like "I Know Alone" and
Yeah,
I think All That Ever Mattered.
dude.
Yeah.
Nick, those are the 2 songs I liked, but
Which
I'll tell
ones?
you why. Like, I
I Know
all I
Alone.
ever mattered, like all that ever mattered, and I Know Alone, because I like
Okay.
how they're kind of experimental a little bit. I feel like they have those like
Like
weird
vocal
like
loops in the
sounds in
background
them.
and stuff.
Yeah, and like a little hyper poppy, but not like full. Obviously, like I feel like they like have a couple things in them, but I really enjoyed those 2 tracks.
Cool.
Yeah, you say that, but sorry. Continue. Sorry.
I think I was commenting on the sounds of their album. Like that, this one gets a little more experimental, but like it still has, to me, it has like a rock and roll like spirit behind it, or kind of energy to like the overall thing, like, or like maybe not rock and roll, but like, I don't know. I've just gotten more into. I've heard like them. They say like they feel like they're a rock band. Heim does, and like and Dawes talks about like being in a rock band. And like, I feel like it's more of like a spirit thing than it is a specific genre classification. That's a debate for another time. But with Haim's first 2 albums, their first album is definitely more like kind of just alt rock or like indie rock, and then their second album gets more alt pop and also elements of rock and like soft rock. Like one of Haim's one of my favorite Heim songs is on their second album. It's called You Never Knew. And I feel like it sounds kind of like Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac. Okay. But I think I saw for Leaning on You. It was either Leaning on You or Man from the Magazine. So someone on Genius commented and said, I can feel the ghost of Joni Mitchell while I'm listening to this song.
All right.
Wait, I don't get that.
Joni Mitchell's...
If you don't know...
Yeah. She's just an older musician.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
She's like a 70s musician.
Mm-hmm.
Her biggest song was probably Big Yellow Taxi.
Oh, okay.
But she was like 70s singer songwriter.
Put up a
parking lot. Wait, is that her?
Originally.
Yeah, she made the original one, and then Counting Crows did the other one. I like the Counting Crows one better. But
cause don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. They paid paradise and put up a parking lot. Ooh, ba, ba, ba. Ooh, ba, 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 ba. Wow, beautiful.
Thank you for listening.
The podcast is done now.
All right, we're wrapping up the Listen Up podcast.
I think Leaning on You was I don't know why I said I think. It was definitely my favorite track on the record.
Really?
Yes. I really like the melody of the chorus where the what'd you say, it's hard to keep from fucking up or something like that, but I like the melody of that line.
It takes all that I got not to fuck this up. So won't you let me know if I'm not alone, leaning on you. Was I feeling?
Also, I really enjoy like it was the first time on the album where I was like, oh, okay, I see it now. Where there's like the acoustic solo. That's an acoustic guitar in the solo or breakdown. I guess it's a breakdown that goes into a solo. But it's an acoustic guitar that's been mic'd up and like really saturated with some sort of like effect, either pre or post production. But I really enjoy it. Like listening to that, I go, oh, okay. Yo, she's spitting with her hands. Hand spitting.
Finger spitting.
But I do, I don't necessarily enjoy listening to the whole record so much, but I appreciate like the just different experimentation throughout it. Like I really enjoy the inclusion, like all the saxophone thrown in there, and what is it? Another Try had some like pretty neat. I think it was trumpet. It was some sort of brass. it was towards like the bottom of the mix, but you could still hear it, and it was really cool to hear it towards the. I think it was towards the end of that song.
Maybe it was that. I know in I've Been Down, like in the second, it's in the second verse. I know it's in the second verse in the last chorus. There's like a low, I don't know if it was trumpet or if it was sax. I'm bad at identifying brass instruments, but it's just like.
No stupid questions, only stupid people. Well, I've been feeling pretty foolish, trying to get myself through this. And I've been watching too much TV, looking up at the ceiling. It's been making me feel creepy. I'm just trying to shake this feeling. I've been down. I've been down.
Sax is technically a woodwind.
I don't believe you.
I know it's fucked up, but it is because you make the noise
Wait,
with the
what did you say,
reed, not
Jamie?
a mouthpiece. Said sax is technically a woodwind. That's a common misconception. It's fucked
Did you
up,
say-
right?
You say it's
Also,
because it's
flutes
played
are
with a reed
entirely
and not
made
a
of metal. They
mouthpiece?
don't even use a reed, and it's still a fucking woodwind. Clarinets are the only. Clarinets and oboes are the only real like fully woodwinds. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. But yeah,
What are
saxophones are
flutes made
woodwinds
of?
because they use a reed.
Are they
to
not
make
all
it.
wood?
Huh? Flutes are made out of metal. I mean, you can get like a wooden flute, but typically they're made out of like polished.
Okay.
I think it's
Now that
polished aluminum, but it looks
Now that I'm
silver.
like thinking about flutes in my head.
My flutes are
they
flutes
don't
like
look
just
wood.
they're entirely silver.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was
there's-
never in
okay.
band,
It's
so I
probably
couldn't tell
sax
you.
because it's definitely in the You're talking about I've Been Down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of it, it's definitely sax and piano. So I would imagine that it's sax that starts earlier that goes into that. Because yeah,
That's
I
one of
read
my
the,
favorite songs on the
I
album.
really like. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I also really like the guitar riff of FUBT.
I kinda like it when you leave me at the party late. 'Cause every now and then I wanna feel an empty space. I kinda like it when you say the things you shouldn't say.
Fooped, if you will. Fooped.
Yeah,
I like
are you
the
talking about
guitar.
like the?
I like the main guitar for that.
Yeah, like the. I was gonna say the intro guitar riff, but it's like the signature guitar riff of the song. It's throughout the whole song.
Yeah.
But- yeah.
It persists. Nevertheless, she persisted.
I do like. I just love the tone of that. I remember the first time I heard that too, and I was like, "Oh, damn!" Like it's just.
Bro, if
it
all
just
the
sounds
guitars
so
sounded
good.
like that. Sheesh.
Yeah. Sheesh.
I don't know. I think it's a weird thing for me because there is good clean guitar tone to me, but clean guitar tone for me personally is harder to nail and have me really get into it than like, overdriven guitar. And most of the guitar used on this album. It's also why I don't listen to a lot of Sublime and stuff like that. Because it's that clean sound, but it's not a clean tone that I really love, which is weird. It's hard to describe that without like if you understand it, you understand it, and if not,
If you like listen to the music, you understand it. But if you don't,
I don't even know that if you listen to the music, but it might just be down to like you only pay enough attention to that shit if like you play guitar or if you really listen to it. It's
I know
hard
that,
to
like-
describe tone chasing, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fuck with most of it on this album, and that's just a personal thing. Entirely subjective.
A lot of people praise Afi from Bahamas. They praise his like clean guitarness and like the quality of his mixes. And I've seen like I saw in like a Reddit AMA, I heard him say in like an Instagram live video, like I just keep hearing him say it over and over. Like people are like, "How do you get such a clean guitar tone?" And he's like, "I just plug the guitar into the mixing deck and like listen to it with headphones. Like we don't like mic up amps. Like we just record it like straight through.
See,
like
that's crazy because normally DI signals don't sound that good.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I know the guy who mixes, he's probably mixed all of his records. I know his name's Robbie. I know he won a Grammy for the last Bahamas album for like best engineered, best mixed album.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing where it will be, especially plugging directly into it like that, it will be wildly different. Whoever is sitting behind like the controls of that board.
True.
That's absolutely just like someone's got to have an ear for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talking about like the tone of guitars and stuff, I remember the first couple times I listened to the steps before the album came out. I think it was the lead single that they released that wasn't one of the bonus tracks, because they came out with Summer Girl, Now I'm In It, and Hallelujah. And then they started, when they decided to actually release the album in the summer and not like hold it until they could tour, they started releasing more tracks from the album. And I think The Steps was the first one. But I just remember listening to it and not loving it right off the bat, because it starts off with the drums and then the guitar comes in and it's just like, it's almost kind of like warbly, or like dong dong no no no. It sounds,
there's a lot of yeah, and I don't know if it's reverb or what. But yeah,
it just I didn't love the tone of that, and that like kind of turned me off to most of the song for a while. And then I couldn't pinpoint when it flipped for me, but now I love that song every time it comes on. Like I really love the like big I guess overdriven, like it just sounds like nasty. Like there's another guitar in the song that's like just like screaming and overdriven. I love that. And they're the music videos for it's really good. There's like 3 or 4 Paul Thomas Anderson directed music videos for this album.
Are they just friends with him? How did they get that? How did they swing? How did they swing some PTA music videos?
Yeah, because he doesn't direct for a ton of people. Like he directs for Radiohead because he likes them. He directs for. He did direct for Fiona Apple, and I think it was because he enjoyed her music, and also because they were in like a relationship for a while. And and then he's directed 2 videos for Joanna Newsom, I think.
Okay.
Joanna Newsom?
She's married to Andy Samberg.
Yes.
But she's also a very accomplished harp player in her own right.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah, if you listen to her, it's like, holy shit, that's crazy. Harp is crazy to me. It's like piano, but different and smaller.
So good.
Nuts.
But yeah,
it's like piano, but you're dying while you listen to it.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, he's
You're talking about directors?
Yeah. He's not married to Maya Rudolph now, but they've been in a relationship and they have a couple kids together. They've been together for like years now.
They're not married, but they just got a couple kids together.
Who I
They just
didn't
have a
realize
life.
had absolute like pipes until we watched that Bill Murray Christmas special, and she was just out there
crazy.
belting shit out, and I was like,
Wait, who
what? Maya
who
Rudolph.
pipes? I
Crazy.
don't even know if I know who. Sorry, who was
Might
that?
have my
So-
favorite line out of Popstar.
we can't say that shit.
No,
Okay.
we
Oh,
can't.
you can't say it.
We
No,
can't say it.
It was shocking whenever I was watching
I was
the
like,
movie and I
can
heard it.
she say that?
I was like kind of out of focus, and I was like, huh? What? What? But she was
Yeah,
big.
because it's a
on
scene where there's a lot going
SNL.
on, and then you're just like,
Yeah, she was big on on SNL with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. And she's played in all kinds of comedy stuff
yeah.
since then. Yeah, she plays in Grown Ups. That's where you know her from.
Yeah, she does. She does. That's where we.
Yeah. She plays Connie, the hormone monster, in Big Mouth.
She plays Kamala Harris. On,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think she does.
SNL too. That's really funny.
Los Angeles. It's weird because I can't do that into my mic anymore because you guys are through this little headphone mic. So I keep leaning into my mic, but it's purely in Audacity, not you guys. Once I get that second monitor, though, come on, Bitey baby, give me that stimmy.
We need the stimmy.
Something else I was gonna say too. I don't know. It's not like cheesy. But like I like when there's like intros and outros sometimes, not to like songs, or not to like albums, but to like songs, like
in 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, and 3 a.m. and Up From a Dream.
Yeah, it's got that 3 a.m.'s got that alarm clock, right?
Yeah, Up From a Dream has her like yawning, and then it goes into it, but then it finishes with her like her alarm clock going off, and then the alarm clock it's called like Up From a Dream, so probably she wakes up from a dream probably. But then 3 a.m. has is it an alarm clock? It sounds like a dial-up
3 a.m. Yeah, 3 a.m. It's like a phone call, right? And then that dude, there's that guy that's like talking and like leaving a voicemail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, quote unquote. Like Sorry, I guess that doesn't come through in audio.
There's that little like funky like rhythm in the background, like no, and he's like, hey, I just wanted to call to. He's basically like, yeah, you know, it's a 3 a.m. It's the hotline bling situation, you know.
I know when the hotline bling.
It's the you up text.
Yeah. But whenever they performed that on Late Night with Seth Meyers, they got Robert Pattinson to record a video of him doing that intro skit.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, and they played that, and then they like went into their live performance of the song.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's like corny to do those. I always enjoy those. Mm-hmm. I think it's cool. Because then it makes it be like
Sosa intro is corny.
This is a little. I'm gonna be honest. 100% never listen to Love Sosa. I see all the memes. I don't understand them.
I'm in the same boat, Jamie. I know the memes I know the memes are like
never listen.
Like
it
never
might be
like
the most
never interrupt the
pervasive
Love Sosa
song.
intro.
Yeah. It might be the most pervasive song as far as memes go that I have not once listened to. And that song that people would play from Uzi's new album that would make people... There was the guy pretending to float away on his bed. Never listened to whatever that song was.
Wait, which song?
Or not. It was off the Space album. The Space-looking album.
Eternal Attack?
Yeah. Eternal Taki.
What song? Tell me, you know, one lyric of it?
Absolutely not. It was just like
people were like,
when the blank song intro hits, and then it was like a guy like floating away. I don't know.
I think thinking about homicide.
Eternal Attack.
I think there was a magician who made someone levitate with a hula hoop, and that had that song playing in the background, and they said the same thing.
Is it called Baby Pluto?
Dude, I have no idea.
He literally
you have to listen to
about this song.
Okay, well, you know it's an intro, so go just listen to the intro song.
But I don't know that it was. I don't know.
Damn. This is tragic.
Yeah, I thought 3 a.m. was a pretty neat mashup of like that was one of the ones to me that had the most like different kind of genres. It felt a little West Coast hip hoppy. Are they from LA? Because this seems like an LA album. That's what I thought. Uh-huh. And I didn't think she was camping in Los Angeles when she talked about it being the city that was her home. Because like this feels so West Coast, walking in the sunshine on like the fucking boardwalk to me.
Yeah. And that's probably one reason why they connect with Paul Thomas Anderson to a degree. Like,
is he a LA kid too?
I don't know how much he like if that's where he grew up. I know he went to some film classes at NYU. He didn't pay for them. He plagiarized like a script from a play, from like a super famous play by this like super famous screenwriter, and turned it in, and the professor gave him like a C-, and he was like, okay, well, literally everyone thinks this is like fucking amazing, so like if you're gonna give me a C-, I don't value your opinion. And then he just stopped going to class and he started making movies.
And now that professor probably died much more broke than Paul Thomas Anderson is right now.
Next time my engineering professors give me a wrong answer on something, I'm going to say, you know what, you're probably just a hater, and it's probably right, and then just stop going to class and then fail all my classes.
Yeah, you should do that. Go for it.
Pretty much what's happening right now, except the me saying that they're wrong part. But what were we saying about Paul Anderson?
But he like some of his biggest movies are like Boogie Nights and Magnolia, which is like Boogie Nights is all about California in like the 70s. Magnolia is like a big California set story.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. I know his next movie that he's coming out with is filmed like it's like I think it's like a high school. It's some kind of like. It involves a like child actor from a high school. I think it's in California in the 70s, and one of the
Didn't he
Heim
do the
sisters
Grand
plays a
Budapest
main role
Hotel?
in it. No, that was Wes Anderson.
Fuck, I always get them in my brain confused. It's the Sun Connection.
What's the director's name again?
Paul Thomas
Thomas Anderson.
Paul Anderson.
Which one's the one that looks weird with the glasses?
Weird with the glasses?
Yeah, I'm going to have to Google that one. You're not going to understand what I mean by that. I'm thinking of Woody Allen, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Wow, I had no idea what Paul Thomas Anderson looked like.
Yeah, you probably don't know anything that he's made. He looks scary.
You're probably thinking of that guy that made... You're probably thinking of J.J. Abrams, probably.
Oh.
The guy with the glasses? You're probably thinking of J.J. Abrams.
Paul Thomas Anderson looks like he would beat my ass, and I don't know why.
What?
This is entirely not who I thought this was. But I know like his name and I know some of his movies. It's just crazy because
I honestly just like I love his like rebel spirit and energy. Like there's a director's commentary for one of his movies, like one of his early movies where if you like watch the deleted scenes and like commentary, he's just talking over the scene and he's like, oh my god, I can't even think right now. I have to take a fucking piss so bad. And he like, you hear him stand up and walk away from the mic. Like,
that's awesome.
What?
And then he like,
Wes Anderson looks like a fucking rat.
We're just roasting directors right now.
He looks like he would make the movies that he does.
Which
is fine, just like a hyper stylized, like color saturated movies. Yeah.
But Paul Thomas Anderson has made.
Now let me see what Woody Allen looks like.
Paul Thomas Anderson has made one of two of Adam Sandler's only like serious movies ever.
Oh, you mean Uncut Gems?
No, he didn't make that. That's the second one, but the first one was
that
in
movie's
2001.
crazy.
Yeah, it's really good. But the
Wait,
first
Julia Fox.
Yeah, the first serious Adam Sandler movie is called Punch Drunk Love, and I bought it on Blu-ray because the Criterion Channel was had like a flash sale. I bought it like 2 weeks ago, and I'm saving it for like a special occasion when I'm like in a good mood to like watch a movie that I like really want to enjoy. I'm gonna try and watch it with William sometime in the next few weeks because we're Kino guys together. We stick together.
True. And now you get the vaccine.
What?
So it's safe.
Why is that so sweet?
Woody Allen's the
You
weird
talking
guy
about
with the glasses. I was right.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Thank you. Woody Allen looks weird, and he has a very disputed personal history that we won't get into on the podcast. But
Was never charged.
I think he was
charged.
charged and acquitted.
Oh, I thought I saw he was never charged. Never mind. We will not get into that.
They just came out with like an Allen versus Pharaoh docu-series on HBO Max, like resurfacing the allegations and stuff to fire up people about him because he is like creepy. But
yep.
Because
I thought Hallelujah was pretty decent of a track.
Yeah, it's a very grateful, just full of gratitude track. That was the last single that they came out with. It was like a bonus track for the album, but it's good. I do enjoy it,
and that entirely sums up my notes.
Yeah. Let me scroll through. I never heard. So at the end of Man from the Magazine, like they finished the last chorus, the "You don't know how it feels, you don't know how it feels." They end that with I just feel dirty saying it, like the C word, like.
How it feels. You don't know how it feels. To be the cunt.
They end it with the C word?
Yeah.
They say you don't know how it feels to be the, and like.
I heard it and I was
what?
like, huh? And then I like rewinded it and I was like, nope, that's exactly what it says.
Oh, I just heard it. Wow. I went right to the part.
You skipped right to it. But yeah, I just admire that song for what it is, like speaking out about their position in the industry, about like it's always been like the line in the first verse about Man from the Magazine, like saying like, do you make the same faces in bed? That's like someone asked Esty that, the bass player, because whenever she plays bass, if you watch her on video, she like she calls it like bass face, like she always like moves her head and she like makes like faces like.
No, yeah, I got you.
And someone asked her that, and she like made some kind of joke off of it, and she said like, now if somebody asked her that, she'd just want to like punch them in the face because like they have so much success under their belt, and she realizes like how much like their worth and can put forward as a band. But back then they were just like, oh, we're just trying to make it, like whatever, I'll just like blow this guy off and like just like let him say
just
whatever
imagine
he wants.
Thinking that it was okay to ask that question. Like I just can't get in the head of like weird like masculine shit like that. Like, imagine just being like, yeah, I can just ask a complete stranger this and that's totally an okay thing to do. Mm-hmm. Like what a fucking asshat you have to be to just not process that that's like a super weird boundary crossing fucked up thing to do. And just be like, yeah, I can be a piece of shit willingly.
To like,
what did he ask again?
He asked her if like she makes a lot of faces whenever she plays bass, and he said like, do you make those same faces in bed? And
I didn't hear the bed part.
Yeah,
like how the fuck does that go through your thick skull? To where you're like, this is an acceptable thing to ask another person.
That's
to like,
who I'm not in any sort of relationship with.
For like a publication that like,
it's not even that. It's not even that. To me, it's like going up to a complete stranger, like if you were at the grocery store and you ask someone that, like taking away any sort of titles or placement, you have to be such a fucking psycho to just whip that out to me. Like that's crazy.
You do.
So self-conceited and like your head is like licking your colon. You're so far up your own ass to like ask that. It's crazy to me. Like stuff like that has always bothered me.
Go off.
Like you just have to be such a piece of shit.
You do. I don't.
It's crazy.
It's just like I don't want to get. We're not going to get into the whole entire argument. But it's just
I don't
like
even know that it'd be another half hour, but like
I
stuff
know,
like
it's just
that
like,
is like mind blowing to me. That there are people
she was
who
like
just
a
go,
good
"This is it's acceptable." Yeah,
yeah. She's like a good musician. This man's like, yo. So how are you in bed?
yo, how do
Like,
you
what the
come? Like what? You fucking
Dude,
moron!
how many times?
Go fuck yourself, bro. Like
seriously,
crazy.
people are awful. That's all. That's all you really need to know. There are good people out there, but
Crazy.
if by like 20, I feel like they haven't gotten it. Maybe like 25. I wanna even
They're hopeless
say.
and they
I
need to be
feel like
they need to be fucking jailed.
I feel like it's like a lost cause at that point.
Like the same
you
the
just
same
learn a lot.
dumbasses doing things like hashtag not all men. Like no shit, you fucking moron. You don't have the critical thinking skills to understand how people talk. To where you think they literally mean everybody, you fucking idiot. You should not be able to have a license for a car. You're gonna kill someone sober because you're stupid. God, it pisses me off so much.
That's so good, Jamie. It's okay. I
love
could rant about this for a long time.
I love it. Sorry,
That was really good.
I hope you don't take my laughing as devaluing the situation. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Because we're not degenerates, so it's a situation of absolute absurdity to us.
Yeah.
You might as well look
really
at a
kinda
Dali painting and go, "Wow, that clock got really hot. It's melting." Like, come on, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Jesus.
So, do we
But
want to rate this
finally-
album? I guess.
I do want to say,
yeah. Give us your thoughts.
yeah. My favorite songs are probably, "The Steps," "I've Been Down," and then we never talked about "Gasoline," but that's one of my favorite songs on the album. And
Yeah, I didn't talk about that one because I didn't really like it a whole lot, but
Yeah,
I'm-
I think
I'm
it's one of the
sorry,
more popular
continue.
ones, but it was one of those ones. I mean, even got the T Swift remix, and that was one that I wasn't like. I don't know.
hmm yeah,
sorry, Nick. Tell me why you
Yeah,
do like
why
it.
do you like it?
yeah.
Maybe it'll convert me.
I did. It was one of the songs that I liked when I first heard the album, but what really cemented me liking it was watching. They have a performance that they did for Jimmy Kimmel Live, where it was like a live performance that Danielle did drums, Esty did bass, Alana did guitar, and they set up in the parking lot of like a huge stadium in LA called the Forum, and since they couldn't like play live or like
Very
play at the
popular,
Forum,
very
Popular
popular
venue.
venue. Yes.
yeah, it was like they recorded the song like at sunset with everything mic'd up in the like huge vacant parking lot, and just that video is really cool. The way they shot it, it's nothing like super artful, but the video itself is just really well done. And there's just like that song especially, but so many songs like I've Been Down, the drums just hit like so like hard. The drum and bass, so many of the rhythms are just like so fantastic on this album. Like this album,
And you can see it if when they do it live, you can see them like really get into the groove, like with their like entire body kind of groove.
yeah, like seeing Danielle play the drums at the Grammys, and like seeing her in that Jimmy Kimmel video. Like they do like a bit of an extended intro for the song on the Jimmy Kimmel video, and I don't know, it's just there's just, the song sounds like dreamy, especially towards the end, towards the bridge, where it's kind of like saccharine in a way, where it's like I was about to ask if you knew what saccharine meant, like patronizing my fellow podcast hosts. I didn't know what the word meant
I
until
have no
like
idea what
a week or
saccharine
two ago.
means.
It means like
it's
overly,
okay, Nick. You would have assumed right. But,
it means like overly sweet, like like
Isn't
like
saccharin a form of sugar?
maybe, I don't know. I've just heard
think
it.
it's one of those chemical names.
I got you. I've heard it used as like describing a memory as saccharine means like over sweetening it or like saturizing it, like saturating it to like the point where it's like you remember it better than it was, basically.
Mhm.
Like a lot of
Like
the,
rose-colored glasses.
Sure. You say like glasses?
Rose-colored glasses.
Oh yes, rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I was like, I thought that was a more common expression. Am I crazy?
Oh yeah, totally. But like, the instrumentation paired with the lyrics about like, it seems kind of like a on again off again relationship, or like people that are like high off the rush that they like share when they're together. It's a very like, I guess, poppy in a lyrical strong song structures sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I hear pop music that kind of glorifies like, I don't know, relationships like that or something. I'm kind of just making assumptions now, but something about that song. I always love that song.
Gotcha.
But that's
Nice.
That's pretty much it.
I like the guitar solo at the end of All That Ever Mattered too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just kind of like that song also a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's
so
it's like
that's all I wanted to say about that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. All that ever mattered, and like Up from the Dream.
That's the Metallica song. All that ever really mattered. Wait, no, that's Linkin Park. What the fuck?
I was about to
am
say I don't know.
I tried
kinda-
to make a joke about nothing else matters. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I've broken my mind.
Joke gone.
Okay, anyways.
Joke machine broke.
I tried to make a joke on Nothing Else Matters and sang the melody or the tune of
In the end.
In the End by Linkin Park. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my brain right now.
We're just
I've
a
been
big genre
fucked up all day,
melting
man.
pot
Daylight
in this
daylight
podcast.
savings times has been whipping my ass for the last 3 days. It's crazy. My brain
It
has
has been
not
bad.
worked properly. It's been weird. It's a weird time.
It is.
Funky.
I'm feeling
saving time
funky.
messing me up right.
So then, Nick, you selected this week. So
Absolutely.
what is your rating for this album? And then Jordan, and then I'll go and announce next week's.
I'm gonna give her a big old 8.5.
We got 8.5 coming in strong with the 8.5.
I have to compensate
Like last
for
week.
your rating, Jamie, because I know it's not gonna be.
You don't.
It's
I
not
don't
gonna
know
be
what I'm
up
gonna
to
rate
par.
it. We don't compensate here. We tell from
Now
the
that-
heart.
That's my authentic rating. They're a band I've
Okay,
loved for a while.
Jordan.
Loved all the chances they took on this album. They really succeeded with it. Loved it.
It's cool. I like I dig the fusion and the experimentation.
Mhm.
Jordan,
Alright,
what do
my
you feel?
turn?
Yep.
I'll probably say I'll give it a 6.5.
6.5. Nice. Coming in with the heavy hitter.
I feel like it's a decent. I feel like it's a DC. It's a DC one.
DCAC.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I appreciate the experimentation and stuff, but my heart was telling me 4.5. I don't know. There were only 2 songs that I saved in my library to like listen to later.
This is true.
There's only 3 songs I saved.
Maybe I'll revisit it when the weather's better. I don't know.
When you feel like an ally.
I got you.
When you don't hate women as much.
Oh.
This was the first time we've explicitly said that it's all women.
And you gave it a 4.
But yes, apparently
Wow,
I'm in.
We all gave
So-
Adele's album a good rating.
That is true.
And you went on a
Yeah, they
you went on a
should. I gave it a
anti-misogynist
9.5.
rant earlier. We're good.
I did.
We got
talked
the
about how
basics covered.
fucking stupid and crazy you have to be. So that brings this one to. Oh man, I hit sort and it didn't follow it. Where'd it go? Brings it tied at 21st with another Nick pick. Sound and Fury, both at 6.5.
Oh.
Okay.
Really?
Sound and Fury nominated for Best Rock Album of the Year at the Grammys, lost to The Strokes, The New Abnormal. The only album it should have lost to, if it was going to lose. I'll accept that.
I really
Both
gotta
albums
check
very
that
good.
out because I don't think I'm sleeping on the Strokes. I think I just don't like the Strokes. But maybe if I listen to that album, you know.
The first song on that album is just
I
so
don't
good.
know why I gave Sound and Fury a 6.5. I feel like I should have given that higher.
Despicable.
It's always hindsight 2020. I should have given Meet the Woo 2 10. Can we have one day where we just go back?
Bro,
and give
honestly, I was
Redux
thinking about
ratings?
that. Kind of like how we
just like one.
we broke
Just
up
like
we
one.
broke up our ratings like with the 2-month guest spot. I want to spitball, throw around some ideas of like one-off episodes to like just break up the 3 cycle sometimes, you know.
I'd be down.
Maybe we'll put that back there, but we'll have to start a
Wait.
new one because we got to have the real ratings and then we'll have the re-ratings. You know what I mean?
We could do like one re-rating though, just like one in the real one though.
I don't know. We can figure that out.
Just one.
Why would we have a meeting?
I want to
outside of
give
this
Meet the
podcast,
Woo
right?
2 a 10, okay? That's all I want. Just let me do it. I want to give it a real... I don't think I've listened to any album more, okay? I gave it a 9 because I wasn't convinced in myself, okay?
You guys shoot for the stars at 9 too.
Yeah, I'll give that one a 9.
Okay.
There's some songs I still haven't fully come around to.
Well, we'll have to consult with our elders,
Don't make me make you guys listen to
and
Meet
we'll
the
have
Woo
to see.
1.
We'll have to see what is acceptable. We'll figure that out. We'll workshop that one. But now I can announce that next week, I am pleased that we're gonna get super weird.
I'm terrified.
I am pleased to announce that we are going to be doing probably the weirdest album that might be the least liked by this person. That's just a guess based on his general audience of Choco wearers. I feel like they don't really fuck with it that much, but it's an album that I really love. We're going to be doing 22 A Million by Bon Iver next week.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
We're talking about Nick or me?
He's talking
people,
about like Choco
people
Wearers in
who are
general.
people who are really
Oh.
into like Skinny Love and Hollow Scene are probably scared of
okay.
22 A Million. You know what I mean?
Oh,
True.
Okay.
But I think it's really good. Spoiler alert. I chose an album I like.
Whoa! Don't let us guess
Is
what
it-
your
is
rating
that-
might be, man.
Oh, sorry, I
That's
didn't mean to-
crazy.
But I was gonna do, and Nick knows, I was gonna do an even weirder departure from literally anything else we have done so far. But I'm not going quite that far this time.
Thank you for not.
We
picking-
will though. We will though, because I'm interested.
Bon Iver.
I just want to see what that will culminate into.
We listening to Bon Iver.
But yeah, dude, we're gonna be doing 22 A Million by Bon Iver. I'm excited, for this recording.
Yeah.
Which we might we can talk about it later, but I just realized today that we might not be able to record next Tuesday. Because I'll be in a car
Wait, why not?
I was
on the
thinking
way to
about that.
Denver.
We'll talk about it
Colorado.
post pod.
We'll figure that out. We'll
Okay,
figure
okay,
that out. For now, what have we been listening to? Me, I've been listening to this album, obviously. A few different unnamed albums because they might make later appearances, but I was just trying to narrow down my selection for this week. And then just one day I was like, I'm gonna listen to this, and I was like, okay, this is it. This is a hit. Yeah, I don't think anything else. I should check out the other Heim albums.
Yeah, man, go for it.
I don't have anything else I've been listening to.
Yeah, but like I'm super surprised that the song "You Never Knew" off of their second album called "Something to Tell You." I'm surprised it's not bigger than it is because it just has such like a smooth, groovy like instrumentation, and Danielle's voice sounds like amazing on it. I just love that song, and it's like the only song that has like a scratch on it on the vinyl that I have for that album. The
Damn!
fucking Amazon pressing has a little scratch on it. It's tragic. It's so sad.
Your little plastic outer sleeve didn't help you.
What'd you say? No, it was scratched pre-plastic album screen.
I know. I just thought it was funny.
But you been listening to anything this week, Jordan?
Pretty much same old, but I've been listening to this song called Bipolar by Jackboy a lot. I really like it. And it's, I think it's by...
Oh no, Jesse made another one.
Wait, is it? Wait, sorry. I have to look now just so I'm not...
Jordan said the wrong producer tag.
The
Come get
wrong
him.
I think it is
car commercial.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But I really enjoy that song a lot right now, like a lot. I started listening to the Y&R remix, which is the TikTok song that got really popular. They were like, "I'm in love with Benjamin Franklin."
Oh, okay.
I
I
that one
read
like Pee-wee Herman. And it's not on music platforms. Apparently, they took it off or something.
Bro, I hate that, man.
But,
I want to listen to so much stuff that's not on major platforms.
I know, right?
Like, am I going to go to YouTube for music? Fuck no.
No, you're gonna go.
I'm going to not listen to it.
SoundCloud.
I'm gonna find
SoundCloud's
something
really
else.
good for that.
I just go,
SoundCloud has a lot of good.
damn,
music,
if
honestly.
only.
Yeah.
Damn, son, where'd you find that? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just
Gotcha.
all that I've been listening to. I've been trying to listen to better stuff, my newer stuff.
Mm-hmm. You know, mix it up a little bit. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I've still been listening to that Kings of Leon album. It's great. I love it.
It is good.
listening
I've been
to
listening to it a little bit more too. I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I've been listening to some older Heim, some Avett Brothers since I watched that documentary last week. I watched the Jim Carrey documentary. It was really good.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Blake
called
Mills.
the Truman Show, right?
Yeah, when he was first coming onto the scene, they actually put him into an enormous experimental TV show in real life, in our world, not in a fictional.
Yeah, that was yeah.
But it's like the Mandela effect, so none of us remember it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there's a guy who is pretty good friends with the Dawes guys named Blake Mills, and he's also an accomplished like producer, musician in his own right. People like really renown him for his guitar playing. He produced Sound and Color. But he came out with an instrumental album with a renowned bass player named Pino Palladino, and I listened to that when I was doing homework on Sunday.
Nice.
And that's mostly it.
That's it. All right. Well, then with that, we can round it out. And, we just wanted to say thanks again for listening this week. And remember to tune in next week, where we're going to be taking a look at 22 A Million by Bon Iver. Be sure to listen to it so you can kind of have your own thoughts and mentally join in the discussion. You can also actually join in the discussion by leaving a comment on your thoughts on this week's album or episode. You can either leave that at YouTube, or you can also tweet them at us. We're on Twitter at ListUpPodcast, and that account, as well as all of our personal handles, are going to be in the description of wherever you found this episode. if you did enjoy this episode, leave a rating or review wherever you got it. Then we can share the love, baby. For now, we'll catch you next week, and remember to listen up.